you guys? It's Mary and Alma, and we invite you guys to like, share, subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance, y'all.
Yes.
We're just going to go ahead and talk about Jasmine and Gino. So he went to go see his folks, I believe, to kind of talk to the family about him going to go see Jasmine and stuff like that. And still no cleanup talk. But he hasn't brought up the prenup yet. But Jasmine, obviously, she's not signing it. I mean, that is very clear. And she also wants a will just in case he dies. Which for me, I can totally understand. She's with an old man who obviously can't get it up. I mean, just in case you do croak, make sure that I'm straight.
On top of me or something like you pull a Kevin Samuels.
Hello.
Hello. I would be straight with that will.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She said she has to have it. So I'm not mad. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really think Jasmine's actually a gold digger. I'm sorry, any woman who is there having to get butt plugs and trying to do weird stuff just to keep her man happy is not a woman who's a gold digger. That's not what I feel, because there's no way I'm doing some stuff that I don't want to do if I don't love you. I ain't going to get butt plugged and trying to help our sexual life in some. I ain't doing that if I don't like you for real.
She really seems very into him physically. Like when she's like, "Oh, I'm going to."
Maybe she sees it as a challenge.
I don't know,
but it's sick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it gets. I don't even want to go into all things she said. Child.
You guys saw it, so
yeah, that was just a mess. I mean, I'm sorry. No woman that actually likes any woman that actually is just there for the money. She's really not going to be doing all that.
No,
I'm sorry.
No.
I doubt it. I think she actually loves Gino for some odd reason. She does.
She actually likes him.
But it's weird. I'm sorry. I don't know why she's with a man who can't ejaculate, and you have.
It's because he's been watching too much porn.
No, the reason why I feel like Gino like that is like that because he is swinging for both teams.
Oh.
He is not just batting for the woman, but he batted for both. I'm sorry. Said what I said.
Yeah, I think he said she was. And that might be true. And he just.
You said yesterday that you actually always thought that he was bi or gay.
Yeah, I thought that he was bi for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like, but because Jasmine can get upset, I think sometimes he's afraid to really tell her
what's really going on. Because her mouth is like this.
He is.
Yeah.
Right. And I think two things. He's afraid to tell her because maybe he feels as though she will not keep it in house.
Well, why should she when you expose my nudes and I ain't got no job?
I don't think that he feels comfortable with that part of himself yet.
Of course
I don't think so.
No.
And he certainly doesn't want his mom. Not his mom, but his father.
Well, he comes from a traditional Italian family.
So he doesn't want them to know that part of him. Because even when she was talking
about the sex,
about the fact that he couldn't the E word, he
cringed.
He cringed and he tried to cut her off.
Yeah, he really
in the
did.
middle of her talking. So he was not feeling her saying all of that.
Well, because she keeps on talking too much and then exposing him. But my thing is, this is what happens when you go.
Union. You know when she said, "Oh yes, I eat his groceries and all this stuff," and he was not amused about that at all. Like, don't say all my business out there. But
I mean, that's the issue. I feel like.
Yeah, they're not.
It's just I'm sorry, that woman loved that man. I'm sorry. You do some stupid crap when you in love. Certain people. Yeah. I feel like most
she does. She actually really loves Gino. And that's why she gets annoying and jealous and all this stuff.
Which I don't know why she loves Gino. There's nothing to offer there.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and talk about Carmela and that guy who's with the catfish.
Tyray. Yeah, so
they actually had a recording
of the man.
You know what I thought was very interesting about this whole meetup is that the siblings look good, and he looks like crap because he just does not look like his best self.
Absolutely.
But the kids, the siblings, they are able to go live their life. He's there stuck with the mom, taking care of her. I bet they're not even giving $1. He looks stressed.
Exactly.
Now he done got a catfish.
And that's why I had a problem with the mother moving in. You don't go and move in with a child who
has the most issues.
You don't do that. It's not fair to the child. You don't do that. You don't do that. I don't care if you guys go check yourself in a nursing home. Go check yourself in a nursing home and get yourself together.
Yeah.
But don't do that to the child. I don't think it's fair. It's just.
I
not
mean,
fair.
the siblings both look very well.
Especially
You would
she
not
has
even know
5
they were
kids.
related.
This is not a mother who only has 1 or 2 children. She got 5. She has a whole 5 children.
Y'all can really rotate though.
That's what I'm
everybody
saying.
has
You
her
got
for like
5
maybe
kids.
one day in the week. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has a week.
Yeah.
Like,
but for
you
him to
can
have
do that,
all
but-
that stress on him is
no.
wrong. I mean, the
And
man couldn't even see that the person he was talking to was a whole man. Like, it ain't right, but because he's so focused on the mom that's sick, he can't even focus on himself.
And you can see that.
Yeah.
You can see
the,
that.
The siblings looked very well. The girl had her hair laid. The boy looked like he had some fresh tattoos on him. Had arms all
Fresh
buff.
outfits.
The
Yes.
hair was growing. I was like, well, isn't this something?
And it's not fair. It really is not fair.
But apparently, I guess he was sending the person $20 or $50 a month. She never questioned the amount because she got other people. Well, the
I
person.
think that he was sending more than that.
Probably 100.
Who wants to say that and feel dumb?
I mean, especially when it's a man. He walked away as soon as they played the
He
recording.
already feels dumb enough.
I mean, the producers hopped out the whip with the, well, we have the recording, so, if you want to just listen to it real quick, we can do it now.
I know.
Yeah, it was so ratchet, really. That's what I thought. Like,
as soon as he heard that, he
just walked away, and I'm so happy that the sister walked away, but the brother was like, well, can I still listen?
I know,
or do I gotta play this back? Like, the brother was like,
the whole thing.
Yeah. But let's talk about
sad.
Yeah, it was sad. But we'll see what happens with him next week. Let's talk about Rasmus and Amanda. She's going there, but I don't know if she's really feeling him.
I don't think she's feeling him. Like, she
I wonder
even
what
said,
happened.
Like, don't kiss me. Like, even when they were there, like, she said, don't put your tongue down my mouth. Like, he was trying to do too much.
It reminded me of Jeffree and Andre from Ready to Love. Those two who couldn't kiss, and he ended up dumping her. And he didn't even call her after the show was over.
Yeah.
Like, those two were like...
Yeah. I mean,
like
with them, I don't even think you even ever really saw their tongue. But this one, he was trying to do all this stuff probably that he does in his little porn shows that he does. And she was just not having it. And she said so. Like, don't put your tongue in my mouth.
And she seemed a little annoyed. She's like, where's the space? Where's the space for my stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think she really...
seemed kind of rude, too. Like, she just seemed really... Like, this change from this nice person that he probably has been talking to, like how that woman changed, the other lady from Colombia.
Oh, yeah. Chris and Jamie. Oh, my God. Nightmare.
All of a sudden, she's
all unicorns. Now she's the witch.
All of a sudden, you get there. Even the voice changes from how she was when she was like, she was going to go meet Rasmus.
That's why she said that that's why she was very worried about her mental health. I was like, girl, you ain't the only one who's wondering, okay? Even Gabriel was wondering,
all of
honey.
America wondering about Chris's mental health.
Tell him.
But, yeah, I mean, Rasmus, he just seems so shallow. Like, doing his little live and...
in the middle of the streets. Okay, one more button. And then I saw his TikTok. It's literally nothing but... he just thirst trapping it up. He is just starting it up on that TikTok. I did not follow him, y'all. I promise.
Believe.
But I was just like, I don't get the hype. But she doesn't seem interested in him. I thought she would seem more interested in him.
Maybe
than
when
she was.
saw him now in what? Now she said that all she wanted to do was kiss him, but honey, we did not see that from your vibing with him.
It seemed like she really didn't want to do anything with him, really. And then he got into the bed with Tidy Whites. I'm sure that's like unsettling because it's kind of like this is the first time you guys are maybe sleeping together and you're going to bed in these tidy whities. Like, at least respect me and put on some clothes. You see that I'm wearing long pants. I'm not even wearing shorts. And I'm wearing a t-shirt. Put on some damn clothes, please.
First I was like, oh, that's so gentleman-y. He's like, oh, well, let's go to bed. He had his little robe on. Then you don't take that off. I was like, oh,
I'm sorry,
Lord.
Nobody in their right mind goes to bed with a robe on. No one does that.
Well, I thought he was going to
Your robe is to be taken off. That's the main.
Once he took that off, I said it wasn't genuine then when he was saying, oh, let's just go to bed. No, he wanted to do something. So I was just like...
But she was like, nothing was going to happen. But let's talk about Sheila and David. Apparently, they are both hearing impaired, and he has been helping.
He's totally deaf.
He's totally deaf, and she stuck a broom in her ear, and she
and broke her eardrum in one ear, so she's hearing impaired.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But it's so interesting when she was asking the father, do you think he will not like our place or stuff like that? I mean, if he is coming, he knows he's coming to the Philippines. He has to just make himself comfortable.
Well, at least now he knows the situation.
Well, he should already, because I mean, I'm sure, where does she... I mean, he has been talking to her all this time.
Yeah.
You know, and if he does not like your place, honey, then he should be the one to get a place for them to go stay.
Yeah.
If he wants to be in a more comfortable place or whatever.
But it just lets you know how some people really just have it really rough.
Yeah. People around the world, it's like, it's not easy at all, you know?
You know, it's not just around the world. I mean, even in America, you know, the homeless situation, like, it's all over.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. We've been on both ends.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, they talked about penises and being horny. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Violet and Riley.
Oh. Yeah.
He went to go see his father, which I thought it was a really cute little thing. At first I thought it was a little odd because he was, well, in the beginning of the scene, because he was like, oh, I have to go see my dad because he had COVID earlier this year, you know, and the son of a bee actually made it through. He was a stubborn SOB. So he didn't die or something about... I was like, that's odd to say about your parents. But then you go there and the father's like really sweet. He has like, he's made him curry goat and all this stuff and everything. So it was a sweet moment.
Maybe he's taking on the culture of the Vietnam people that she said, which I don't think it's
I'm still waiting for some I'm waiting for somebody who was from to let us know the truth.
When they say they hate you and call you an SOB, that means that they love you and you're a sweetheart.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on that.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So maybe he's taking on her culture that she says is her culture, which I don't believe. That's why I'm doing that.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what he's taking on. That's why he's calling the father SOB.
But the dad did talk about how Violet has been sending and blowing him up like text messages about like whenever they're in like a bad space or whatever, they go and talk about it, which can be a really interesting thing of events when you have, maybe one of your children, they give their girlfriend or their boyfriend like the parents' phone number, and now they start ranting and raving to you about what your child is doing. I think it's very odd for
someone to do that.
Yeah. But I mean, the father, he kept it, like he didn't say anything.
No parent wants to hear something bad like that about their child.
Yeah, and most of the time they're not really going to be on your side, for being honest.
I mean, they'll talk to the child or whatever, but they most parents don't want to. I will just advise people just not to do that because most parents, they don't want to hear that. Yeah. And what they're going to do is, if you make it sound so bad, they're just going to pretty much, like, he'll go and tell Riley and just say, I don't think you need to be with this person because obviously there is problems. Obviously,
because that's what the father did basically. He said it was 150 text messages she sent me, which I thought was very interesting because the father waited to tell him this before he actually supposed to go. But he's had this for a while.
Oh, and he said,
I was like, okay,
but I'll let you know when the camera comes and let you know then.
Yeah. So I thought it was a little petty. But Riley was visibly upset.
Well, shoot, maybe the father was upset that you gave her my phone number for her to be texting me. Shoot.
I mean, please don't listen, you date somebody, do not give me their phone number unless they're a sweetheart and they want to come over to make cookies on Sundays. Other than that, I don't want to know. Don't get my number away.
Just hold her a second, I got something for you.
But he said, yeah, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
But Riley has decided to hire a PI, which I think, I don't get the point of that. And then you hired a man. Most of the time, men are not going to be on a woman's side.
Especially if the guy is from Vietnam.
And 99% of the women are lying.
I don't know if he wants his Vietnamese women going to America and finding an American man.
Right.
So, yeah, of course, 80% of the women to him will be lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was everything for this 90-Day Fiance, you guys. But we will be back next week to give you guys the next review of the show.
Next week, I'm very interested. There's this guy called Nicola who apparently stays in his room and prays all the time to Mary. And I think he's Catholic. He's a virgin, 46 years old. And the woman that he is going with now is a divorcee. So obviously she's been with a man.
Yeah.
And he's telling his friend, well, I do kind of have this problem that she's not a virgin. And I'm just like, then why are you dating someone who's divorced? But he says that, however, though, in the Bible, when you come and you accept God, you know, the Holy Spirit, you know, like, I guess, blesses you, and now you become this virgin. So that's how he's going to look at it. But his friend was telling him, but your mom wants you to marry a virgin and have children with. And I guess this woman is an older woman that he's going to be going with. And this is my thing. This is the problem. It's not going to work. Already we're talking about the fact that why are you even talking to a divorcee if you want a virgin? Go and find someone. And I'm sure there'll be someone there for you. Right. But I'm looking at this guy who sits in his room praying. Nothing wrong with that. But if you ain't working, okay, and bringing in some kind of funds to be able to take care of the wife, this man don't want responsibility. Probably. It is like Rishi.
Yeah.
He doesn't want responsibility. So it's going to be, you're going to need to be doing your responsible duty as a provider, as a husband, if you're going to go find yourself a virgin. Do you see what I'm saying? And he don't want that.
No.
But so now you go for the divorcee, but now you want to put all these little stipulations on her. Now you probably going to want her to come tell him about her experiences. And then now if they do something, get intimate, and it's not good for her, and she tells him, he's going to say, oh, well, that's because you've been there having sex. Of course she has been there having sex because she's a divorcee. That means she was with a husband before. You know what I'm saying? But this is the problem that I have sometimes with some of these people here. You know, you going with this woman, she's a divorcee. She's not a virgin. You know that. Now you start with how 16 years. I cannot wait to see that one. But it's going to be very interesting. That's going to come up next week.
Yes, y'all, but it's Mary.
And Emma.
We invite y'all to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.